Good afternoon everyone. I am Tarnika here to explain the process of saponification. Saponification is nothing but the process of soap making. So the required materials for this experiment is NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide, and we need coconut oil and NaCl. First take sodium hydroxide and water in a beaker and take NaCl and water in another beaker. So now mix sodium hydroxide solution and coconut oil in a large beaker and start heating it, and once after it starts boiling you could see some bubbles and the consistency becomes thick. At that time turn off the flame and add NaCl solution to it. Stir it continuously when you are adding NaCl solution to it. After that leave it undisturbed, leave the solution undisturbed for some time. Then after few hours the solution becomes thick and it becomes white in color, and you can transfer that to a mold. After 8 hours you could see the formation of soap. So now let me tell you why are we using NaOH. NaOH is generally a strong alkali. So this alkali helps in the preparation of soap. So here the fat molecules which are present in the soap will be getting broken down as fatty acids and glycerol. Fatty acids will react with NaOH which helps in the formation of soap, and we use coconut oil. Coconut oil helps in the hardness of the soap, and they also contribute to lather formation and also moisturizing the skin. And we use NaCl solution here because NaCl solution will remove the irritation and itching from the skin. That is why we are using all these materials in the preparation of soap. Thank you.
Hello, I am Anuvarshini. I am going to carry out traffic light experiment. For this experiment, we need two solutions. First solution is prepared by using 150 ml of hot water, 150 ml of hot water, 5 gram of NaOH and 3 gram of glucose. So note that the water is hot, not too cold or not too hot. It should be warm. So another solution, it is prepared by using 100 ml of water. To this 0.01 gram of indigo karama is added. So the indigo karama first it reduces to form green color. So this alkali solution it reduces the indigo karama into, it turns green first, then it turns red, and lastly it turns yellow. That's all. Thank you.
Hi, I am Dividashni and she is Shivapriya. Now we are going to do bleeding iron experiment. Now we are going to add 90 ml of water, then 10 ml of hydrogen peroxide, then 5 grams of ammonium thiocyanate, then 2 drops of concentrated HCl.
When we dip the iron into the solution, it turns red color because iron displaces the ammonium thiocyanate and it forms a ferric thiocyanate. So only it turns the red color. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I am Shamita and this is Akshaya from class 11B1, here to synthesize the rayon fiber. So for this synthesis, initially we take copper carbonate and add it with ammonia. So it gives a blue color solution, and that is tetraamine copper to ion solution. So in this solution, as the copper carbonate does not dissolve completely in ammonia, we transfer it into another beaker. We filter and transfer it into another beaker, and we require a natural source for the synthesis. So we are taking cotton wool and dissolving in it. So once the cotton wool dissolved, we are taking it in a syringe and adding in dilute sulfuric acid. So after 5 to 10 minutes, it gives a thread-like structure. After 5 to 10 minutes, it gives a thread-like structure. It is nothing but the rayon fiber. Thank you.
Hi all, this is Neeraja from class 11A1 and I am here to perform 3 experiments. So firstly, I'll get into the iodine clock. So all chemical reactions require certain chemical reaction conditions. So that is known by few experiments, and one of it is iodine clock. So firstly you will be having two solutions. One solution will be having a mixture of warm distilled water with iodine solution and vitamin C powder stirred in it. Another solution is warm distilled water having starch powder and hydrogen peroxide in it. When we mix equal amount of both the solutions in a beaker, the color doesn't change, but after some time it automatically changes into a dark color because the hydrogen peroxide converts the iodine into iodide complex. So the next one is the carbon tower. This is the purely extracted carbon from the sucrose. So we will be adding sucrose and concentrated sulfuric acid. Here the sulfuric acid acts as a dehydrating agent such that the water molecules will be released out as fumes from the sugar, and the left out carbon will be converted into black color and rise up due to the pressure created. And since it has a appearance of a tower, it is a carbon tower, and the formed carbon is called as activated carbon, and this activated carbon is used in H2O filtration and air purification. The next one is the yeast balloon. Commonly the yeast fermentation is used in baking and even in other areas. So firstly, in order to activate the yeast, we will be adding sugar and warm water. This will activate the yeast such that we will be getting ethanol and carbon dioxide. So the ethanol is used as a biofuel, and carbon dioxide, while in baking, it will be used to rise up the cake. Here it is used to blow up the balloon. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Sri Krish of class 11A1. I am here to do some experiment with surprising chemicals. Firstly, we will see about crystallization. Crystallization is a process by which metal salts will arrange themselves into geometric patterns called crystals. These crystals will be made in a maximum of 20 days. But here I shown some samples with 2 days formation. That samples are copper sulfate, and this is copper nitrate. These are potassium dichromate and potassium ferricyanide. This is magnesium sulfate. After 20 days, we will be getting these crystals. And secondly, we will see about floating bubbles, that is acting in the mechanism of buoyancy force. So here we will use calcium carbonate and dilute hydrochloric acid. If we mix this solvent, we will be getting carbon dioxide as a result. These carbon dioxide are pure forms, hence it is denser. But the bubbles we blow is mixture of oxygen and carbon dioxide, hence it is less denser. When we blow the bubbles in this carbonate and calcium carbonate and dilute hydrochloric mixture, it will start to float. It will not burst or it will not shrink. So we can see a bubble is floating here.
Hi everyone, today I am going to explain about electroplating of copper. Electroplating is nothing but an electrochemical process by which a thin layer of metal is made to coat on the other metals. This is an electroplating circuit where the anode is as copper plate and cathode as a steel spoon. When the electricity is passed through them, the copper ions in the copper sulfate solution and the copper plate will move towards the spoon and deposit on the steel spoon, where the copper is oxidized at copper plate and reduced at spoon, and this deposition on the spoon helps in coating of copper on the silver spoon. And the major application of this electroplating is the making of covering ornaments and automobile industry. Then let me see about non-Newtonic fluid. This fluid is a liquid, but when we give pressure, it acts as a solid. This is because the molecules in them will lock together when the pressure is applied. When the pressure is released, they become again as fluid. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Nityashri of grade 11A1. Today practically I am going to explain the experiment called elephant toothpaste. First I am taking some potassium iodide in a conical flask. With this, I'm adding dish soap and some ink for the colorful appearance. So with this, for the reaction to be happen, I'm going to add hydrogen peroxide with this. Now we can able to see the foam formation. And it is called elephant toothpaste. It also has another name that is called marshmallow experiment due to the fluffiness of the foam. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Bhavna. I am here to show you a practical about dry ice. Dry ice is also called as carbon ice, which is more reactive. This is called dry ice. In this I am going to add hot water, which gives us a foam like this. In this we are adding some dishwash. It gives us some bubble substance. This is called dry ice magic, and this is called magic mass density. In this we have honey, water and oil. Honey is more reactive compared to water and oil. In honey we have placed bolt, in water we have placed grapes, and in oil we have placed plastic cap and sponge. Thank you.